for the people in the audience, that must have been so cool. Hopefully they were fans and knew the lyrics, you know?
If they don't, it's like they need to be kicked out. I'm taking their bracelets.
Get me in the front row.
Right? Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and today we're hanging out with singer and songwriter and TikTok sensation. We have Devon Cole with us today. Devon, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. That was a sweet little intro.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
Now, Devon, where are you calling from today?
I am in the fabulous New York today.
Me too.
Oh, are you? Okay, awesome.
Did you grow up in New York, or where's home for you?
Home for me is Canada. I grew up in Calgary. I don't know if anybody knows, Canadian geography. It's in Alberta.
Yeah.
And then I live in Toronto now. So
Toronto.
It's
so wild because we work with Tate McRae a ton, and I feel like Tate is also Canadian royalty, which we love.
She is. She's also from Calgary as well. We went to the same high school. Not at the same time, but yes.
No, you did not. What is in the water at that high school? Oh my God.
I don't know. They're pumping out singers left and right.
Have you met Tate before?
No, I never have, but I would love to. I'd love to.
Yeah. Well, walk me through a little bit. Tell me about your background. Did you grow up like in a musical family? Have you always been musically inclined?
I feel like every singer says this, so it's kind of a cop-out that I've been singing since I could talk, but I have been singing since I could talk. And I've always loved to sing, and my parents definitely picked up on it from an early age. So they put me in, show choirs, and I was in singing lessons and dance lessons as well. So I've always been interested in singing, but I didn't take it seriously as like I could do this as my job until a couple years ago, actually. But it was always a dream of mine to be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm always curious when you grow up doing that. When is that switch for you to be like, okay, this is fun and I maybe have like a talent with it, to then being like, okay, I'm going to be an artist. I want this to be my career and I'm going to go forward and do this thing. When was that moment for you?
I would say it was in probably late 2020 after I released my first song ever. And I released it, it's called July for the Whole Year. I released it just for fun because I wanted to release at least one in my lifetime to say that I did. And it started kind of taking off organically. And that was sort of the validation that I think I needed, that, okay, maybe I should do this. Maybe I could take this more seriously and spend some more time songwriting and see what comes of it.
Yeah, because I feel like so many people can find your music now, on TikTok or on socials. And I really feel like TikTok has changed the game, especially for young artists that want to like tease music or put music out. How do you think it's influenced the way that you not only create, but also interact with your fans?
Oh my gosh, it's changed everything. I don't want to say I owe everything to TikTok, but I owe a lot of my success to TikTok for sure. It's just so, I don't want to say easy because that takes away from the actual valid work that goes into, going viral. But if you have the talent and you have the drive, you can make it on TikTok. It only takes one video to kind of change your whole career. It was kind of incremental for me, getting more comfortable posting videos and putting myself out there. But it's just so awesome. And to also collaborate with creators from all over the world. It's so cool. I've met a lot of my favorite artists on TikTok. So it's just a great platform.
What's so interesting though, as you touched on this, is the vulnerability aspect of it. I think you have to be willing to share a lot with your audience. And again, I feel like the more specific you are, the more people can relate to it. Was there ever a back and forth of like, ooh, do I choose to share this? Do I not? How did you decide what you put your personal life into versus what you put out like on your social channels? Yeah,
that's a great question. I feel like I'm still getting there. I think I could be even more vulnerable and I could let my fans into, who I am even more, which is something that I'm working on doing. But it is a hard thing to put yourself out there on the internet. Some people do it really, really well and make it look so effortless. Especially comedians on TikTok and people who do that kind of lifestyle content. But it's been a more incremental process of being comfortable with talking out loud and video format. It's new and kind of daunting, but it's been incrementally, we're getting there, so it's good.
Well, one thing you do so well, I think, is your lyrics. There's a certain raw aspect to it that you feel you can relate to. I'm curious for you, who are some of your favorite lyricists or artists that maybe you grew up with or that you've discovered recently?
Oh, I always say Shania Twain. She was
yes, love it.
Country pop star, still is. Like, I still love her and think she's iconic, but I just loved her. And she's very good at that like tongue-in-cheek kind of that don't impress me much thing. So I think I got a lot of that attitude from her. But nowadays I listen to a little bit of everything. I love Maud Latour. I love Elle King. I love Leon Bridges and Maggie Rogers.
Yeah.
I just love a little bit of everybody. But definitely Shania Twain was and is my Lord and Savior.
Did you lose your mind at that Shania Harry Coachella collab? Like, what was that like for you?
That was a moment in time. That was a moment in history. I was not at Coachella, and I've never been to Coachella, but for the people in the audience, that must have been so cool. Right. Hopefully they were fans and knew the lyrics, you know?
If they don't, it's like they need to be kicked out. I'm taking their bracelets.
Leave. Get me in the front row.
Right?
I'll know every word.
That's what we need. Yeah. Okay, if you were going to collab with someone right now, because I feel like that's a whole different type of like inspiration of artistry, who would you choose to collab with?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love Shawn Mendes. I think he's our Canadian prince. I love him.
He's Canadian too. Oh my God. I always forget that. Yeah.
I think he's also just so awesome. I would love to collaborate with him. But I love the idea of doing collaborations with women as well. Tate actually did a collaboration with, I think her name's Say Grace. And she has this song, Boys Ain't Shit. And they did a collab where it was 3 women on the same track. And I love that. Like, I love that idea. So I'd love to do that. And then also dabble in maybe some Shawn later. If he'll let me.
Shawn later, of course. Shawn and Shania.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about your new music for a second, because speaking of women empowerment, which is out now, which is an acronym. So tell our audience what it stands for.
Okay. Which stands for Woman in Total Control of Herself. I'd been wanting to write this song for a while, actually, a couple months before I posted anything about it. I had the idea banked. I did not come up with this acronym. It's been used before, but I don't think I'd ever seen it in a song before. So I banked it. And when I found the instrumental, because this song was born of a TikTok duet. When I found the instrumental that John Mark Nelson, the producer, had put on the internet, it just felt so right and so perfect for the song. Immediately, I was like, I think this is the right instrumental for Which. It just made sense, and the lyrics just kind of came out according to that instrumental, which is awesome. And yeah, that's kind of how it was born, of this silly little TikTok moment. But I guess that's how it happens these days. So I'm just so grateful.
And so cool. And it's always, again, as a woman in music, it's always so cool to see singer-songwriters that are expressing themselves in that way. And, you know, if you were going to send a message to maybe younger women or women your age on TikTok that are seeing that song, knowing everything that's going on in the world, in the news, in the government right now, like, what do you hope they get inspired by from that song?
I hope anybody, not just women, but anybody listening to the song feels empowered and badass. And I hope it's just a sign that the fight is not over, and that women who feel control of themselves, I hope they feel even more control of themselves by listening to it. And women who, you know, are not feeling in control of themselves, I hope they feel empowered and fierce by listening to it. I guess that's my only hope. We do need a lot of that these days.
So we have Which that's out now. What else can you tell us about future plans? Do we have new music coming? What's going on? Give us the full rundown.
Okay, well, we're doing a music video this weekend.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Where is the music video? In New York?
It's just outside of Toronto. It's on a farm. So I'm really excited for that. There's a choreographer and a pyrotechnician for this 8-foot bonfire. It's all going to be very, very cool, very witchy, very glamorous. And I've never done like a big scale music video before with an actual team. So the team has been so great and so wonderful here at Arista, and it's just going to be a great music video. I'm so excited.
Now, for something like that, do your family and friends come along to the very first one? I feel like I'd need someone to like calm me down. Like, what does that look like for you?
My mom's going to come. My mom's coming from BC in Canada. She's coming from BC to be there. She's just going to sit on the sidelines, I think. I don't think she'd want to be in it, but she is coming.
Just to cheer on.
Yeah, which is so awesome, because I wanted her to be there, and she said she wouldn't miss it. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so we have the music video. And are you planning on releasing new music this year? What can the fans expect?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to continue rolling out new singles and hopefully work towards kind of my second EP. And I'm going to continue posting on TikTok and doing all the right things on the socials. And I'm just really excited for what's coming up this year. Hopefully more shows as well, because I love meeting people in person and taking pics.
I'm guessing you haven't gotten a lot of that, right? Because you said this is the last few years, it's really blown up.
Yeah, I just did a show in my hometown in Calgary, which was so awesome, and it felt kind of like a full circle kind of homecoming moment. But yeah, I just love to perform as well. So I'm excited for, eventually being able to tour around and meet people. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be so fun.
And you know what I can't wait for? The Tate McRae, Shania Twain, Shawn Mendes, Devon Cole collab. That's what I want. All four on a
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be iconic. Yeah.
Well, Devon, thank you so much for your time and congratulations. We're so excited for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Emily. Thank you guys so much for having me. This is so cool.
Of course. And thank you to everyone watching. Make sure you stream Devon Cole's new single, Witch. It's out now, and go follow her on socials. You do not want to miss her TikTok. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.